Good. Well, then, we're going to do this with a 3, 2, 1 clap. 3, 2, 1. Excellent work, everyone. Good clapping. I'm glad to see us back in true form. All right, Amy, if you're ready to take us away, I'll hit some buttons right about here now in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Those Were the Days is filmed before a live internet audience.
Hello and welcome to Those Were the Days, of the show where, if I remember, we watch old TV and tell you which are home runs and which are unforced errors. My name is Amy, and if I remember, I'm the host tonight. We're continuing our sports theme, and if I remember, I can't do this alone. On the long jump, it's Steven.
I've been trying to get around in my 17-inch platform heels, but finally I fell in enough holes I had to give up.
Doing the pole vault, it's Audie.
You know, I love how magic ends up being portrayed as mad science.
And throwing a discus, it's Travis.
I made sure, though, to put my name, address, phone number, and doctor's office on the discus before I threw it.
That's right, everyone. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. I slam in the back of my Dragula. We are talking about the Munsters. There's actually a couple of sports-themed episodes of the Munsters I could have picked from. However, the other one is notably baseball, which we've already done. So we've picked a different one. Herman, Coach of the Year. Boys, the Munsters.
Yeah.
I think that we brought them up probably when we discussed the Addams Family, as they are very much hand in hand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
but-
Volcano and Dante's Peak and Deep
Yeah.
Impact and Armageddon.
Yeah, exactly.
The Munsters and the Addams Family.
Is arguably the best version of that, though.
It probably is, actually.
So I do want to know what your history is with the Munsters, and let's start with Steven.
I have seen every episode of the Munsters at least 3 times because this show was just on rotation at one point on Nick at Night, and you'd think that there were 14 seasons of this show, and
Right.
there weren't. Like it was like the Addams Family, the same situation. People got done with spooky stuff pretty fast.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just feel like this was on, and it was a variety of shows all the time. But I mean, it also went into color, and they did Munsters movies. It didn't die.
No.
Much like the Addams Family, it lived on with in different media and different forms for years.
Yeah.
But this show was just glorious to me. I loved it so much. I loved Herman Munster. I used to pull my hair back and like wet it in the bathroom to look like Eddie Munster, like with the widow's peak. I remember watching My Cousin Vinny for the first time, and I watched that excited because Fred Gwynn was the judge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Herman Munster's the judge? And I can't think, outside of Herman Munster, that role as a judge in Southern Alabama judge in My Cousin Vinny is just Oscar worthy. I mean, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I admire him so much. And Al Lewis as Grandpa, like this whole cast is just phenomenal. Al Lewis reprising his role as Grandpa Munster in the Gremlins too, right? Didn't he play? Was that Al Lewis? Or was that a different actor? I thought it was the same.
I don't remember.
I think so.
Don't worry. Inquiring minds will find out as everyone else talks.
Yeah, right.
We'll prove that out.
We'll find out.
Yeah. But dude,
That's why we
I
have
don't know.
IMDb.
I couldn't stop talking about this. This show was so amazing. Loved it.
Fantastic. Audie, how about you?
Yeah, like I remember watching the heck out of this show. I think it aired on TBS. I think that's where I remember seeing it back in the day in syndication. It was one of the many shows along these lines that it ran, and I just remember watching it. Like I couldn't tell you anything specifically other than the specific characters of everybody. And just watching this again, I was just like, oh yeah, that's what I remember. Oh my gosh. Just Herman Munster and the way he would laugh. Like that is burned into my brain.
So
oh my gosh.
Yep.
It's that it's that big boisterous motion without a lot of sound.
Right.
Laugh.
Yeah.
And I was talking to somebody today about it, and they were telling me like, yeah, it's kind of like that Andy Griffith feel, and I never thought about it before, but it so has that feel. Like,
Sure.
they're
Oh, yeah.
quote unquote monsters, but they're so not scary monsters at all. They
No.
they try to play it up, especially with Spot and everything, but still, it's just like, we're just
Spot is
gonna
two
run around the neighborhood.
flamethrowers and some cardboard teeth.
I think the Munsters is the reason I really love hot rods and big pipes and stuff is because of
Sure.
their
Yeah.
car. Like I think that was that. And for a correction, that was not Al Lewis who played in the Gremlins 2. That was another guy playing a vampire. But their characterisms their traits
Very
were very
much.
similar.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Trav, how about you?
So I definitely same. I watched a lot of Munsters growing up. It was that same thing. It was it might have been both TBS and Nick at Night. Like I watched
Mhm.
both channels. It would play all the time. I probably would say that I leaned more towards Addams Family than the Munsters, but that was more so that I was exposed to that one first.
Mhm.
Sure.
But what I liked was while it started, like initially I thought, oh, these are just the same show. They vary in unique ways, and I like that part of it. But
Yeah.
I love the premise of just the oddball family that aren't scary, but everyone thinks they are,
Mhm.
and all the fun stuff like Spot and just the house. The house
The
is
cat.
amazing. The car, the cat that sounds like a lion.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
I loved all of it. It was such a fun show, and I definitely remember seeing the like the made for TV movies revivals,
Mhm.
years later, and all that kind of stuff. It was a super fun show.
I was definitely, because the Angelica Houston and Raul Julia Adams Family movie was my Adams Family.
Yeah.
Mhm,
I had a hard time getting into the show when I was young because it was different.
Right.
You know how it is.
Same.
So I was definitely a Munsters kid. I deeply love Grandpa Munster.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like he's just my favorite. And I love
Fun-
him so much.
Fun thing, he's always referred to as Grandpa Munster. You know what his name is?
I don't.
Sam Dracula.
Incredible.
That
Because
checks out.
He's
Top tier
Lily's dad,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so he's not actually a Munster.
Right.
No.
Because Munster is Herman's name. But I
Right.
just love that
They
he
do just
is
call him-
Grandpa Munster.
He's Grandpa
Yeah.
Munster.
He
but
even
they
referenced
do
it
just call
that
him-
we Dracula's something
Yeah.
in this episode.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So cast of the Munsters. So we have Fred Gwynn as Herman Munster, who is Frankenstein's monster.
Yes.
Who I recently saw a post that was like, well, listen, if Frankenstein is the monster's father, then the monster then could also be Frankenstein. So let's all just
Oh.
put that to bed. And I thought that was pretty good.
Settled.
Yvonne DiCarlo, the smoking Yvonne DiCarlo as Lily Munster. We have Butch Patrick as their son, Eddie. We have Al Lewis as Grandpa, and Beverly Owen, and in this episode, Pat Priest as Lily's niece, Marilyn, who's the normal one.
That poor girl.
So wherein wherein the Addams Family, we sort of had to rely on outside people to see how weird the Addamses are.
Mhm.
They had one built right into the family.
Yep.
And they feel really bad for her because she's so plain and she's just, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Marilyn, though, as the character, is that the Munsters are completely normal for her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
She also
It's-
believes it. She's like,
Mhm.
oh
It's
gosh,
wonderful, like-
darn."
Because I watched a couple other episodes besides the one that we did, and early on, like, she's always bringing boys home that she's been on dates with.
Yeah.
And that's like a recurring gag is they pull up to the house and the guy's like freaked out, or he slowly goes up to the door and then, here's Herman answers the door and the guy runs away.
Mhm.
And then she'll look at him and be like, oh, Uncle Herman, what's wrong with me?
Yeah. It's so good.
I love it so much.
So good. So the Munsters ran from September a week after the first Addams Family episode
Wow.
aired.
Oh, gosh.
by
You
the
think they
way.
had spies on the set from either place?
Well,
like,
and so it's really funny because Alan Burns, one of the creators, like literally said, like, yeah, we cribbed the idea from, the Chaz Adams comics.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but also because they were working with Universal, they had all of the Universal monsters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's and it's that fun thing. I mean, like Al Lewis really talked about how on a show like this, in the same way of the Addams Family, you can do a lot more satire and jabs at things that you can't do on like a standard regular TV show and get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is great.
There's that
Um,
level of disconnect when you do something so absurd and
Yeah.
outrageous.
So yeah, there was an unaired pilot. Al Lewis and Fred Gwynn were the only ones that made it out of that pilot into the real show. Partly because the original Lilly, who was Phoebe at the time,
Yeah.
looked too much like Morticia,
Mm.
and they had to
And-
pretend.
And Audie or Steven, have you ever seen that unaired pilot?
I have not.
No.
So you can watch at least the first half of it on YouTube.
Okay.
I've seen it. A couple weird things about it. Number one, it's in color, which just looks odd.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
But also, no, Phoebe is like 100% Morticia Adams.
Oh,
like
wow.
straight
Oh,
black
wow.
hair, slim black dress,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
everything. It's really, and that was one of the things I liked about the Munsters was, again, it was similar but different. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gomez and Herman are not the same at all, but they're
Oh, not
both
even
these
close.
kind of lovable goofballs.
And
Right.
the thing
But
is,
in
like
different
the
ways.
the Adamses are, by and large, cousin it accepted. They are largely just humans.
Sure.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
True.
They're weird. They are ooky and kooky,
Mhm.
but they're just people.
Yeah.
Whereas the monsters are decidedly not.
Yeah.
Right.
They are legitimately
Like he's
monsters.
definitely a vampire, an undead, or resurrected. I do like Lilly though. I love that Lilly wears like her dress is white and
Yeah.
she's got the streak of gray in her hair and
like
it gives
the
her a
Bride of
distinct look.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Also,
But
the unaired
she's
pilot.
not, but she's not that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Eddie Munster in the unaired pilot is like a little gremlin.
Oh, wow.
There's a scene in the
Oh,
unaired
wow.
pilot where he is on top of a shelf, and I think it's Phoebe says to him like, "Hey Eddie, come here. I want to try out this jacket on you." And she holds up a straight jacket,
Incredible.
and then you cut
That's
to him,
very
and
Adams.
he's like,
That is so Adams family.
Yeah.
"Yeah."
Mhm.
And you cut to Eddie, and he's up on top of this bookshelf, hunched over, snarling and like growling at her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't like it as much. Like, I'm glad they didn't continue that route and made Eddie just odd.
Just a kid.
He's just a
He's
kid.
just a kid. Well, it
who howls
happens
at
to
the
be a
moon.
werewolf. Or
A werewolf
wolf
vampire.
ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work? I don't know. Let's not
You
worry
know.
about.
I mean, we don't.
Yeah.
Well, he inherited the vampire, obviously,
Yeah.
from his grandfather.
We'll just ask Twilight. They'll figure it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
They'll make it work.
Actually,
It's-
there was an episode of What We Do in the Shadows where this all takes place, so it's fine. You can be both.
It's interesting to me that the unaired pilot was in color and then they ended
Yeah.
up going black and white. And it's
Yeah.
anytime and we talked about this a little pre-show, but anytime I've ever seen the Munsters in color, it's jarring to me. And
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's like, I think
No.
Herman's too green or something, and it just weirds me out. And the
Yeah.
black and white just fits the whole deal they're trying to create here.
just like the Addams Family.
Sure.
It works better in the series.
but if you were
I mean,
to-
the Addams Family, at least when it went color for the movies and whatnot,
yeah,
they're
It's
all just like
toned
these
way
shades
down.
of
drab.
and they're,
It's a drab color palette for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's-
Herman, because it's implied Herman is green.
Mhm.
On set, Fred Gwynn was painted like purple
Yeah.
that makes
because
sense.
that's
Yeah.
what would show the shadowing and everything properly. But I agree. Like, it needs to be black and white. It just works better. Everything looks better. Like Grandpa
Like,
Munster
especially when
not
you're
being
calling-
blue.
Yeah. When you're
Yeah.
calling back to the Universal monster movies,
Yes.
Mhm.
like that's the other part of it. You know what I mean? Is you
Mhm.
got to do that. And is it Bud? I've lost track of which Westmore. Yeah, Bud Westmore, who did the makeup on this show,
Mhm.
is he did all those original. He did the creature from the Black Lagoon and Man of a Thousand Faces and all these things, and he did the Munsters. And he is the patriarch or one of them of the Westmore family. You'll know Michael Westmore, who is responsible for just about every alien in any Star Trek ever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's huge.
Wow.
He's done a bunch of other stuff too, but that's his big one. And he and his daughter Mackenzie did that Face Off show on
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
on Sci-Fi.
Nice.
One of my favorites. So this, there's some serious legacy. So this episode, Herman Coach of the Year. We get a cold open with the Munster font, which is so identifiable,
Yes.
Mhm.
so good, so drippy. Herman being Herman bashes the door in trying to knock because he's forgotten his key.
Oh, this is such a good trope for this show.
We get this so much, like, because the Herman throws temper tantrums. We get one in this episode, and like dust and stuff will fall from the ceiling. But this has like every instance of Herman not knowing his own strength.
Yes,
Mhm.
it's so
Possible.
good.
So Lilly meets him at the door, and she says that her day was pretty normal, but Eddie had a bad day, and he came in and he went downstairs, and he hasn't spoken to her. So Herman opens up the stairs.
Love that.
Which is
Yeah.
where Spot lives. Spot, who is a dragon and does breathe a lot of fire.
No, this was season 2, so we
2.
had the opening credits.
Not yet.
Oh, we'll get
Not
there.
yet.
We
sorry.
haven't gotten to the credits yet. So Spot's there. Herman greets Spot, who's breathing an awful lot of fire.
Yes.
So Eddie comes out and he explains that he's upset because they had tryouts for the track team, and he was so bad that they gave him a nickname, Leadfoot, which is a great name if you're a driver.
Yeah.
Right.
You're a
not as good a
NASCAR,
name if
great
you're a
name.
runner. Yeah. Formula One, fantastic.
Yep.
Leadfoot, awesome.
Yeah. If you are digging through the ditches and burning through the witches, great name. So Herman being a great dad, because that is the one thing between the Munsters and the Adamses, they are great dads.
Mhm.
He's gonna help Eddie. He's gonna train him. He will be ready for that track meet.
Mhm.
And so he's like, "You'll be just like your old man," and he shows off his own gracefulness, which is already good. And then he goes to lean on the wall, puts his hand right through it. Already funny.
Right.
When he pulls it out, he pulls with him wires.
Mhm.
And instead of just like
That being
leaving
it.
them,
Yeah.
he yanks them, which the chandelier flies up to the ceiling. And then he lets go, which of course causes the chandelier to crash onto his head. And Lilly says, "Let that be your first athletic lesson. Can't win them all." And then we get our opening credits with the absolutely iconic theme song. This is the theme song that runs through my head from October 1st through October 31st.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
So
It's
good.
Surf
That's-
rock, spooky.
Mhm.
There's a
Yeah.
Fallout Boy song that came out one of their most recent albums that
Yes.
uses this, and it's just killer. It just hits no matter where you hear
So
it, when you hear
good.
it. Love
That's
it.
the other thing with the unaired pilot is it's not that song
And it's wrong.
for the opening
No.
credits, and it just feels
Ooh.
wrong. Just
Yeah.
feels terrible.
It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's so fitting for its time, you
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
But it's also it's gonna be around forever. Like it doesn't feel dated.
No, not
It
at
not
all.
at all.
feels like you
No.
could play that today, and everybody, like, yeah, this is
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm. So I love the opening credits, right? Because it's a real good. It starts with Herman crashing through the front doors of
Mhm.
1313 Mockingbird Lane.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a big pub trivia in
Yes.
October.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know
You
that.
gotta file that away. And so it starts with him like walking through the door, and then everyone else comes through his like perfectly cut out shape.
Yes,
Right.
his
So good.
Herman shaped hole. So the
Yeah.
funny thing is the original opening is different. The original credits are inside the house at the
Yes.
staircase.
Which is
And
also good.
It's
but-
very good, but Fred Gwynn is the last one to be
Yeah.
shown. And
Interesting.
yet it's still and starring Fred Gwynn as Herman Munster, but he comes out of the stairs that open up
yeah.
where Spot is and
Spot.
he walks out.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
I still maintain Grandpa's my favorite. All right, so presumably it's the next day. Lily's vacuuming, but of course this is the Munsters, so her vacuum doesn't suck up dust.
Yep.
It spreads it around.
This must be something shared between the Adamses and the Munsters, or maybe it was picked up by later versions of the Adamses, because there's in
Yeah.
the new animated Adams Family movies, which are great.
They're so good.
They're very, very good. Morticia or Lurch is doing the dusting, and he's
Yes.
just spraying dust
Dust.
all over the
Mhm.
house.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
They're like a twisted Amelia Bedelia.
Oh man, it's been a long time. Those were the days. Amelia
Yeah,
Bedelia.
I didn't. As my real name is Amelia, and then is the Amelia Bedelia books, and I didn't get that she just takes everything literally. I just thought she was an idiot, and I was not happy to share her. Like I was like, get out of my name.
Amelia Bedelia pitches a
Babe
tent.
O'Neill.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Draw the drapes.
Yep.
Great.
Oh yeah.
So Grandpa interrupts her because he's looking for Herman because he's gonna play 3-hand cribbage and he wants to borrow Herman's hand. So he's like, when she says, well, he's out front, he's helping Eddie get ready for his track meet. You know, he's gonna turn him into just like him. And Grandpa has this incredible line that's, come on, men like Herman are made, not born. So good.
It's amazing.
So great.
So he goes out to check on him. All right. So this is the first of 3 because everything great happens in 3s.
Right.
So Herman has decided to start with the shot put, not where I would start, but sure, go
Yep.
off. And
I mean, he's playing to his strengths, literally.
he is, and he's very much the, no offense to these dads, but he's very much the dad that's like, yeah, I'll help you out. Let me just show you how good I am. You know what I mean? Like, let me just absolutely stunt on you. Like, yeah, I'll help you learn to be a goalie, and then you just absolutely wreck this child of yours. You know, and that's fine.
You need
can-
somebody
you
to
made that
celebrate
kid, you
you.
can do it.
You just
Yeah.
want someone to appreciate you because you're old, you have a child. It's been a long time
Exactly.
since anyone thought you were cool. Now's the opportunity.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Grandpa's in the back laughing at this form because shot put already, like if you watch like Olympic shot put, it looks pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
Mhm.
all,
Oh, yeah.
and
no.
so now
100%.
you've got Herman doing it, who is completely as ungraceful as you can be.
And poor Fred Gwynn wearing like 50 pounds
Right.
of padding.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes.
In
And he's trying to
platform
move
shoes.
like that and platform shoes,
But
right?
that's
Because
part of it, right? Like they built that sort of awkwardness in,
yep.
so it works, you know.
By the way, he
Right.
was 6'5",
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
and
they
then
put
he
him in
was wearing
platforms.
5-inch lifts.
Yeah.
in those
Lilly
shoes.
Lilly was 5'4". That was
Just don't
almost
think
a
about it too
foot
much.
difference without
Incredible.
the
Without
shoes.
the shoes. It is really good. Like when he gets home and he kisses her on the cheek, and he's gonna like fully bend over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the shot put launches over the tree line.
Into orbit.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Well, no, because we're gonna
Not quite.
find out where it went.
Yep.
There's a loud crash. Everything shakes. Grandpa has to hold on to the house, which I thought was quite good. And so and Herman's like, all right, well, now for the discus. And Grandpa's like, "Buh, buh, 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 buh." This is ridiculous. Just let me help Eddie with magic.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Herman is like, absolutely not.
No.
Honesty, integrity, and hard work.
Right? That's sportsmanship, not magic.
Mhm.
And
No doping in this family.
no. And Grandpa's like, just my luck. I had to get stuck with a son-in-law who wants to do this the hard way. So then Herman says, all right, Eddie, I'll show you how to do the broad jump. So he does in the leaps. Oh, the little leaps that we see are so good because they're little bunny hops and they're very good. And then he does this big jump and Eddie walks over and we find Herman buried up to his chest. And he
Just
says,
in
get me
solid
out of here.
ground.
Just in solid dirt, buried up to his chest. And he says, get me out of here. My feet are getting soaked. I think I broke a water pipe.
And Fred Gwynn's face when he's
Okay, the
trying to get pulled
eyes.
out. Yeah.
Do you know what he looks like in that scene? Remember when we did a claymation Christmas? Remember the Carol of the Bells? Remember that one bell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is that face with the eyes going in all different directions. Is all I could think.
And he said for a while he was getting typecast after this show. And it was hard for him to get like work. And that's a bummer because he's amazing. Like he was and that was I did like reading the quote where he said that he loved Herman Munster. That he tried really hard to not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he just couldn't help but love Herman. And
have
that
to.
warms my heart because Herman is such a fun character and Fred Gwynn just owns it.
He has such a heart. That's what makes him
Yes.
so watchable is
Yeah.
because of his integrity and his honesty. It's everything you would not expect out of a monster.
Yeah.
He's got all of this. I think there's even one episode where he basically quotes Martin Luther King Jr. about like being judged about the content of your character and everything.
Yeah.
Dude,
For sure.
Dude, the character's so good and Fred Gwynn's so good. And it doesn't shock me that he was typecast. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
they
I
weren't
think that's your bigger
casting-
problem, bud.
Yeah, like Richard
And
Keel
also-
got Jaws. He probably could have been in the running for that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's tough when you're that tall. You have this
Especially in
look.
Hollywood.
Yeah. What are you
especially in
gonna be?
Hollywood. I also love how Herman has so much heart. He's such a kind soul, and he's also just the biggest dork.
Oh, just so
Like he's
absolute
just a
dorkiness.
huge dork. Like he would be nothing but dad jokes
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
and laughing at them in that Herman Munster laugh the whole time.
And he's
Yeah.
he's
The kind
also
of-
a toddler.
Yes.
In a lot of ways. He
Yes.
just when it
Well,
doesn't
I
go
mean,
right.
You know, when you think about
Well, he was built
Frankenstein's
not that long
monster,
ago.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you know,
He had a rough start. We're lucky we got him how we did.
yeah, we've seen how that goes.
Yeah.
So we cut to across town, where we find out what happened to the shot put, and the most '60s couple is there, and the wife is explaining that a shot put just flew through the air and hit the bumper, and this man obviously does not believe her.
No.
And asks how he's going to explain this to the insurance company. Fantastic. We'll see them later.
In
Yeah.
wonderfully ADR dialogue, by the way.
Oh,
Right.
big time.
Like the first two times they showed up. Also, you could have convinced me if I weren't paying attention that was Elizabeth Montgomery.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
you could.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was convinced enough I had to look. I'm like,
Yeah.
that can't be her.
It's impossible.
But yet, maybe
Yeah.
it is.
But look, yeah,
No, it
you had to
wasn't.
double check.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Back at 1313 Mockingbird Way, Marilyn is being fitted for a new skirt by Lilly and Grandpa, made from remnants from the lining department of the parlor. Which, I mean, that's good stuff.
That's good
That's
fabric.
good stuff. So I support that. And it turns out Grandpa's really good at sewing because with Herman in the family, you develop a knack for it. Incredible. This later turns back up in Nightmare Before Christmas. when
Yes.
Yeah.
Sally is an accomplished seamstress on account of falling apart sometimes.
Sometimes on purpose.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So we're back out with Herman and Eddie, and he's going to show him proper discus form. It's so good, gang. It's
That
so
is-
good because it's just like a Greek statue.
Yeah. When he did that pose and Jen
It's
said
so
it,
good.
I was like, oh
And I
my
like that he
gosh.
like does it like a couple times to get it just right.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Oh,
Guys, you're never gonna believe this,
amazing.
but that discus also goes right over that tree line.
Yeah, it does.
And Eddie suitably is like, "Wow, Dad, but how are we gonna get it back? Like, what are we gonna do now?" He's like, "Don't worry, I put my name and address on that one." Which that doesn't actually go anywhere, right? Like,
It
that's
doesn't.
a shame.
I wish
No.
it did.
I
Like,
wanted it to.
I did too. I was really hoping that was going to, and it just nope.
All right. Well, the obvious follow up to the discus is the pole vault.
of course.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
it's
there. And
logical
he's got his
progression.
like stripy
Mhm.
pole, which is definitely just like it doesn't look like a pole vaulting pole.
Nope.
No,
No,
all.
it's definitely
It's
not.
no.
like a coat
It's just a-
closet.
It's whatever they could
Oh.
find.
Yeah.
With some tape on it. That's all it was.
Uh-huh.
So inside, Grandpa is telling Lily that he wants to help Eddie with his magic, but before he can really get this whole conversation out, Herman comes crashing through the window. So this is the point at which Lily very sensibly says that, look, I think you're taking this a little too seriously. I think that maybe you're going a little hard on him. And he go, this speech is so good. Sure, I could quit. I could give up all my spare time, but then I would not be fulfilling my obligations as an American father. Incredible. Because I mean, like, name a sitcom that didn't have like a dad teaching the kid to play
Oh.
catch.
Uh-huh.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I like? You
Oh, yeah.
got
Every one
to.
of them. That episode is in every one of them.
You have to.
Yeah, and then the follow up to that was great.
Oh, when he walks out of the room.
When he
and it's
walked out of the room, and there, Lily's like, "He's a great husband."
Yeah. He's a
And-
great father. He's a
nut. The animosity between Grandpa and Herman is
Mhm.
wonderful
It's
because
really good.
Fred Gwynn and Al Lewis were such good friends. They had
Yeah.
worked together previously. They had both
Yes.
been in Car 54. Where are you?
Oh, wow.
Oh wow!
Yep.
So
That's great.
they were friends already, and they just their chemistry and they play off each other so well.
I'm still vying for cop shows. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
it's out
We'll
there.
get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So we see the couple again. So she's telling him the story about how she was just driving along and this discus just came through the window. And he's like, and he gets so unhinged. Like, this
He
man
really
has been
does.
drinking at lunch all day. Like, it's. He goes, this story makes the shot put story sound almost logical.
The cannonball story.
The cannonball story. That's right.
Right.
The cannonball story. These, women, huh? So Lily and Grandpa are kind of keeping an eye on how things are going, and it's not going well. They're talking about he's trying to teach him the high jump. It's like, oh, did he clear the bar? Yeah, went right under it. So, Grandpa even says like they've done like 3 things today, and Eddie's gotten worse at all of them. And Eddie comes in his little track shorts and his little t-shirt, and he's so tired. But, he's just got to be ready for the spring track meet. Herman comes in and he's hyped. We're going to do cross-country run.
Which is not part of track and field, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a whole
Mhm.
different sport.
But, and, Lily's like, I think he's had enough. Like, let's calm it down. And Grandpa's like, you could do the cross-country run. Just wire us when you get to Phoenix.
They could just get the kid a canvas and some paintbrushes. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what he needs to do.
Ready? Okay, so
Mhm.
field day, right? Field day, elementary school,
Oh, yeah.
mandatory. Right?
Yeah, mandatory.
So I had 2 events because I am an indoor cat.
Mhm.
I am not sporty. So I used to do the softball throw, which I would
Okay.
practice at home because that is distance and not accuracy.
Mhm.
So I could do okay. And then the other one was my friend Allie, who lived down the street. She and I did the 3-legged race every year.
Good
Even on
choice.
years where we were fighting and not speaking, because we were champions. We would do the 3-legged race together. And everything else was whatever minimum number of things I could sign up for, and then drink lemonade under
Minimum.
the trees.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to do like a 30-yard dash? Yeah, all right. I
Yeah.
guess I
Do you
can
have a
that.
10-yard dash? Is there less?
I
Right?
love a 10-yard dash.
Yeah. I was a
Short
long
legs.
jumper because it's a real, you ran and then you jumped and
Sure.
then it was over and you could
And
go
then-
back
and
to
then you were
whatever.
Yep.
done.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wasn't even good at it. Just did
No,
it.
you don't have
Yeah.
to be. You just have to do it
Yeah.
Yep.
because they make you.
That's the one I have to do. Check. Got it.
Checkbox.
Great.
I will
Okay.
recuse myself
I get
from
my-
this
Yeah, no,
conversation.
you
Participation.
are 40.
You and
don't
your
get to.
Flipping day walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get outta
We
here.
were happy with our participation ribbons. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
but-
good.
So
I'm happy for you.
We are not less
Lily-
than.
Lily asks Grandpa to help because Herman's training is just not gonna be enough. And so now we get Grandpa's lab, which is always the best.
Uh-huh.
Grandpa's
And
lab
we
is
get
amazing.
Igor the bat.
Yep.
So we have ingredients for this pill that's going to make
Oh
it
my
really
gosh.
good across at the.
Oh, these
It was
were
great.
wonderful.
Okay, so we have a Derby flown in from Kentucky,
Right.
Nice.
Because
and
that's it. That's how it works.
that. Yep. Well, I mean, it worked for Willy Wonka, right? Like when it was too cold and he put a coat in it. So
Yeah.
I guess. A feather from the fastest bird, an ostrich. To which Igor has something to say. He says, "You're not a bird. You're a mouse who joined the Transylvanian Air Corps." Outstanding. This one kind of grossed me out because I know too much about animals.
Mm.
It says for jumping, lint from the pouch of a kangaroo. I saw a video today of them at like a wildlife preserve checking on the baby in a kangaroo pouch, and it's gross in there, guys.
It's not good.
Mhm.
It's really
yeah, no.
gross.
Yeah.
Like it's like parts that should be in like deeply inside are
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah,
Right.
Winnie the Pooh would have you think that
Mhm.
it's nice and cozy in there,
Well,
like a
that
stuffed
one
animal.
I feel like is because that is like a plush kangaroo,
Yes.
True.
Yeah, yeah,
and that's fine. But the real ones, it's gross in there.
yeah.
But still, the visual of this gigantic,
The
what looks like a
gigantic
salt
shaker.
shaker.
Yeah, the Parmesan cheese thing from the Pizza Hut. And of course, a touch of Grandpa's very own greased lightning.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Immediately started humming the song when he said that. By the way,
Yes.
could not
Right.
help
Have
myself.
to.
Yeah.
All right, great. So now we have this potion, and we got to convert it into a pill.
I love how he pulled out a
This
bottle. I
was
was
the
like,
most
what?
unreasonable part of all of this.
Right?
Everything
Um,
else I was following. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Again, some bad ADR, man.
Yeah.
So he's got his pill converter. Obviously,
Duh.
Mhm.
Everybody's got one of those.
he pulls out an umbrella,
Mhm.
which Igor points out is bad luck,
Right.
but he has a good reason. And so he puts the pill converter in, and everything like explodes, and it just rains pills. And he cackles like a mad scientist
Yep.
because that's what he do be. And the mad scientist has done it again.
He's
So
made his go-go pills.
his go-go pills,
Yeah.
which is something different in the 60s, but here we are. Lily's having second thoughts about whether they should do this. Like, no, we should, but Grandpa points out that it's a tradition in the Dracula family to use magic. Like, why would we deprive Eddie of any advantage? Would you have stopped Nero's father from giving his kid violin lessons? Samson and Delilah, would you have stopped her father from sending his little girl to barber school? We owe it to Eddie to give him the benefit of our family tradition.
Convinced me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forget who it is that she compares Grandpa to. It was a newscaster from the 60s.
Yeah, it was a newscast.
Yeah.
It was definitely a
David
reference that
something that
yeah.
I looked it up.
Mhm.
And it was and I was like, all right, it could have been Walter Cronkite, and then I would have gone,
Yeah. We
Right.
got that one. Yeah.
aha.
There's probably somebody on the network.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so Herman Herman and Eddie are having breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like every Instagram nutrition influencer right now,
Yeah.
because we protein loading, yo.
Yep.
He's had oatmeal and 6 eggs. Phenomenal. So he's not really hungry, but he's handed him in black and white. I don't know what it is. Like just like
That's
a
like
ham,
a standing rib
like
roast.
a standing
Yeah.
rib roast. Yeah, like it's just a huge
Giant thing of meat.
chunk of meat.
It is a roast beast from,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
a Dr. Seuss novel.
Exactly. So Eddie's like, well, I'm not really hungry, and is like, who am I? I'm your coach. I'm gonna tell you what to do, and what to eat, and how much. It's gonna be great. You gotta get protein. Flashbacks. So Eddie's like, oh, I don't have my running shoes. Could you? They're in the hall closet. Could you go get my running shoes? Herman's like, be right back. So in the meantime, Eddie picks up the giant platter with the standing rib roast, takes it out to Spot outside. Here, Spot.
Mhm.
Here you go. In the grand time-honored tradition of
Yep.
feeding the dog the food you don't want to eat.
Yep.
So he comes back with half a plate, just chomped in half. So Herman is so smug when he sees that food is gone.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, oh, and you said you weren't hungry. He says, but you do need to, that's some of your mother's best bone china. And you know, good bones are hard to find. Now, see, that's a funny joke, except for the fact that bone china does actually have like bone meal in it. Like that's why they call it bone china, is it
Mhm.
does have bone meal in it. So it's less funny because it's real. But you know, it's fine.
People didn't know that.
Yeah,
We didn't have Wikipedia in the 60s.
yeah.
Nope.
No, it was on the Great Pottery Throwdown I was watching, and there were like, I think it was Siobhan McSweeney is like, oh, bone china. What makes it bone china? Does it have bones in it? And they're like, yes. She's like, oh, okay.
Man, what a great show that is.
So Grandpa brings in vitamin pills. Okay, first of all, they're huge.
Yeah.
Right. Those are horse
You know what I was
pills.
thinking of was my grandma always had those Canada mints, like the pink one. They were pink.
Oh yeah, I know what you're
You
talking
know what
about.
I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what
They
I
were
thought
mostly
of, 'cause they
chalk,
Yeah.
Right.
But deliciously.
mint flavored chalk.
Yeah.
Minty chalk.
Mhm.
So good. So, you know, Herman's like, well, I'm the coach. Let me see these supplements. And he just looks at it like, what are you
What are you
gonna
gonna find
determine,
out?
bro?
Yeah.
What are you gonna No? All right. So Eddie takes one and appears to swallow that enormous thing with a glass of milk, is like the implication.
Yeah.
And so he does, and you know, Herman says, oh, by the way, I couldn't find your shoes. And he's like, oh, I'll go get them. And then my favorite thing is fast motion film.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So good. So Eddie runs off to go find his shoes. He trips coming down the stairs at one
Right.
point, and they
Does.
did just leave it.
And they
Like,
left
that's
it. Yep.
so good. But he finds his shoes and he takes off and he like scales the front gate
Let's not open it. Let's crawl.
and hops over
Climb
the
up over it.
wall.
That's a
And then,
gag
like,
that was done multiple times because there is
runs
definitely a boyfriend of Marilyn's who does that
Sure.
when she sees Herman. He runs and scales the gate to get into his car and drive away.
Nice.
And Herman says, see, it just goes to show you what a high protein diet could do. Thank you, Instagram.
Right.
So Herman is dusting off the mantelpiece and Lilly comes in and is like, it's time to go to the track meet. Herman's like, I'm just making room for all our trophies and plaques.
Proud dad.
And
Hadn't
it
even
is
won nothing yet.
deeply our at this point. And did I miss that part already? And Lilly gets really mad that Herman is making it about himself, right? This is
Mhm.
Eddie's day. He's like, no. When the photographers gather around us, I'll insist that they take a photo of Eddie alone. She goes, okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think a photo of me telling them to take a photo of Eddie alone is going to make a really good human interest story. Oh my God. Meanwhile, Grandpa comes in a tizzy because all of the pills are gone. They're just gone. And Herman says, "What's that going to matter?" Grandpa's like, well, we've been giving the child speed for the whole week. And, yeah. And so Herman doesn't get mad that they used magic and doesn't get mad that they dosed Eddie. He gets mad that Grandpa is trying to hone in on his victory
Right.
and
Yep.
success. He's trying to take the credit. And this is where we get Herman's patented temper tantrum, where he jumps up and down and dust falls from the ceiling. Ceiling falls from the ceiling. This is the point in the episode where my notes get sparse. So we're at the track meet.
Yep.
Eddie wins his first race, record-breaking time.
Mhm.
Wins a tiny little cup.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Mhm. And it's
Um,
funny because Herman can't stand to watch until he hears that Eddie won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just
It's
too
like,
much.
oh, he won.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
He wins several other events. Winds up with the big first place trophy.
Mm-hmm.
And Eddie's great. Eddie's so happy that he's won.
Yep.
But there's one more event that they need to win. And it's the hurdles. And could he go coach his teammate?
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Herman's he's like, well, it's a little late, it's a little late now. And he's like, just go give him a pep talk. So then, like Marilyn's boyfriends, Herman stands, calls a kid's name. Kid sees him just as the starter pistol goes off, and the kid takes off and hurdles like no child has ever hurdled before. Gets to the finish line and just keeps going.
I know.
That's such
right
a good
out
gag.
the fence.
Yep.
Yep. Oh.
Gone. Saw it coming, right?
Yep.
As
Oh,
soon
yeah.
as Eddie's like, "Can you go give him a pep talk?" I was like, "No, I
Yeah,
get it.
That kid's
Uh-huh.
running to the
See.
next state.
Yeah, I
Yep.
see what we're doing. He's doing cross country. He'll wire from Phoenix.
Exactly.
Um,
He's still running to this day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. So there's, we're happy about the victory,
Mhm.
but it turns out that Eddie wasn't taking the vitamins after all.
Nope.
He actually didn't take them after the first time because they tasted so bad.
hmm
And he's got them all in a box. So he kept them right here.
Which
And so
begs the
Herman-
question, how was he Leadfoot? How did he get the name Leadfoot if he's that naturally fast?
Well, no, but
Mhm.
he's not naturally fast. He had to do it because Herman looks so sad.
Yeah.
Right.
He
Fair.
wanted to make his dad happy. He'll
Um,
get therapy for that later.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's deeply damaged.
Yeah, this is over for
Um,
him. It'll be
yeah,
it'll be
It's
fine.
not good. So Herman is very smug that it was his training after all. When it was
Mhm.
really just that he was very sad. So Lilly takes the box of pills. This is not a proper way to dispose of medication, everybody.
No,
No.
don't
This
do
is not recommended.
Mm-mm.
She just throws the box of pills out the window and she's like, well, that's that. I hope we've all learned not to
Yep.
use magic. Shortcuts for everything. Guess what? We haven't. I guarantee we have not.
No.
So the cat, this orange idiot of a cat.
Oh gosh. Yeah, definitely
assume-
orange. It's black
It's
and
just
white,
is.
and I
Like, you
know
can
it's
tell.
orange
You know it's orange.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
only color that cat could be.
because it's dumb and it's.
And I mean, it is funny though because I was like, that's clearly an orange cat,
Yeah.
but it is in black.
No,
it's
but
deeply
it's
in black and
black
white.
and white,
But it's not a gray tabby. It's very obviously an orange cat.
very much an orange cat. It's so weird. Your brain almost fills it in.
Yeah.
Like 10 years from now, you're gonna be like, that was an orange cat on TV.
Yeah.
And be like,
no
no, it
problem.
wasn't.
No, it was a gray cat because everything is gray.
Yeah.
So the cat gets into the box of pills, and there's a big dog, like a sheep dog, some fluffy thing,
Mhm.
big. So the cat who has eaten the pills roars at the dog like a lion, which is what the cat does. That is their cat that does that. Which I think the Addams Family also had something like that.
They had their
Mm.
lion, like their actual
They did
lion.
have an actual lion. That's what it is.
Because
Yeah.
we talked about that. They
Right.
had one clip that they would play of the lion coming
Yes, the
down the
one.
stairs
Yep.
over
Yes.
and over.
All the time.
The
Yeah.
one clip. the
Mhm.
day they rented a lion.
They rented the lion for one day, and that was it.
So the cat roars at the dog and proceeds to chase it up a tree. So because funny things happen in threes, we cut to the couple that we've been visiting all this episode. She has run the car into a lamppost, and he's like fuming.
Oh yeah.
Tell me what happened again. She's like, well, I was driving and then I saw this cat chase this giant dog up a tree. And he's like, that's it. You're never driving again. No way, no how. And rips out the steering column and throws it across the street.
Unbelievable. Like,
The
the Herman
entire
Munster is
street.
strong.
Yeah.
He pulled the whole steering column,
He's
bolts
drunk
and all.
straight. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Right across the road.
Yeah.
The
Those,
end.
those things are bolted.
Yeah.
I took one of those out once and took a whole 2 hours to get that thing
Yeah.
loose.
Yeah. That car's been through a lot, though.
It has.
Yeah, it has.
It's
Mhm.
seen better days.
And a lot's
Yeah.
been through it now.
Mhm.
Oh, good one.
Well, boys, that was the Munsters. And I want to know what we thought going back. And I will start with you, Travis.
I adored this. I'm going to watch more. Like, this is going to probably be another one of those. It's going to be in the rotation with MASH and things where it's just like, I got a project to work on. I need some Munsters going in the background. Like, it's that type of show. Is so much fun.
I used to do a marathon every October where I'd watch all of it. And then it was not streaming anywhere for so long that I wasn't able to do it. So I'm happy it's back.
Yeah.
Adi, how about you?
Oh, this was great. I mean, just like that nostalgia bomb of like, oh yeah, this is what TV should be. This much fun, this much
Mhm.
entertainment and heart all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Steven, how about you?
Oh yeah. I love this show because it's over the top. It's doing weird stuff that nobody else could do with a family that you couldn't do anything like this. Every sitcom family has normal family weird stuff they do, but this one could just go wild. You could have magic and you could have the fast motion stuff and you could have a grown man throwing a temper tantrum like a toddler. It was just such a cool thing to have on TV, and I'm so glad that it got syndicated and that it became such a big cultural thing on television. And it blows my mind how big of a deal it is, or it seems to be, and it still only lasts, was it 2 seasons?
Yeah.
I mean, it is 70 episodes. So
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's not like now, right?
Yeah.
Where 2 seasons is like
Mm-hmm.
30 episodes.
So
if you're lucky.
almost 4 seasons of today's television.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty good run then.
It's a decent run. It is 6 more episodes than the Addams Family.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But it
we
definitely
just clearly had a moment where we thought this kind of stuff was amazing, but it
Mhm.
lost its luster after a little bit for people. And I get that.
Fred Gwynn and Al Lewis were in full makeup and costumes riding in the Munster coach in the 1964 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
yeah, I
Love
mean,
that.
So,
look
I
at
mean,
that.
that's pretty big.
That's a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
And it's a property that's had legs. I mean, we mentioned there were multiple television movies and
Yeah.
Yeah.
reunions and
Mhm.
new series and all sorts of stuff. There was an attempt to make a movie of it just recently by Rob Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
By all accounts,
Down.
should have worked, but it looks terrible.
Should have
Um,
worked. It should have.
Yeah.
There was a 1-hour animated special, The Mini Munsters,
Ooh, yeah.
I think that rings a bell.
1973.
Hmm
Incredible.
So, it's great. I love the Munsters.
Good. If I remember that sometimes people give us feedback.
They do on
We
occasion.
they do, and we
Sometimes if
actually
I
have an
remember.
email.
Ooh.
We do
Hot
have an email.
damn.
We do have an email. Stephen, would you like to read it?
I will read that email. It had
All
been
right.
read already. That's why I was like, we don't have any mail, but we do. I just forgot to click don't read it. Okay. This one comes from our good friend A Stigma. Hey all, since I was born in the 80s, this was a show before my time, but I knew of it through pop culture and references on other shows like The Simpsons. I also associate Fred Gwynn more from his roles in movies like My Cousin Vinny and Pet Sematary. I think I've only seen a
Oh.
few
That's right.
episodes over the years, but I wouldn't mind to do a binge of the series. I hope everyone is doing well. Looking forward to catching the live stream tonight.
Mhm.
Well,
Nice.
good because you did, because we're here.
Right?
I forgot about Pet Cemetery. I had forgotten that he was also in that.
Forgot about that.
Yeah,
Sometimes
just
dead is better.
an incredible presence. Like, why is there not
Yeah.
more stuff? Why was he not in more stuff? He captures the whole screen. Like, he's just the scene stealer in everything. I mean, I will never hear the word youth and not think the
No.
two what?
Yeah.
The two, what was that word? It's just, and he, as someone from South Alabama with an enormous amount of South Alabama family, he captured the accent, the mannerisms, the drawl,
Yup.
everything so well,
Mhm.
better than anyone on earth has ever done it. Fred Gwynn was a master. I've heard lots of Southern accents in my day.
Sure.
Very few
Sure.
are exactly the region that they're supposed to be, like he did.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How was his main accent, Amy?
I mean, it's fine. Like, it's when you get like the Down East Maine is like its own
Mhm.
thing, you know. The Stephen King Maine is different. It was fine. It's not like that episode of Murder She Wrote where the most Maine accent guy was like, "I'm from Cumberland, Rhode Island," and it's like, no, you're not. You're not at all. Stop. I had to look up where Fred was born because I was just curious.
Yeah.
New York.
New York.
New York.
Yep.
Like
Dang.
the
Oh, yeah.
most New York.
And he pulled off South. I would have been convinced if you said he was born in Montgomery.
Well, that's
I'd have
why.
been
That's
like,
kind of why I
yes.
was wondering. I was like, oh, maybe. No,
Yeah.
no,
Like,
Act-
no. The
Actor.
most New York.
yeah,
Yep.
Did I
someone
do
who
that?
took it
Yeah.
seriously. Holy cow!
Oh, he did spend some of his childhood in South Carolina, Florida,
Okay,
Colorado, which doesn't count.
he'd
but
been around my people.
Yeah, he'd
Yeah.
heard it.
yeah,
more.
yeah. But it's the region accuracy. Like, it's the region
Yeah.
specific
Yeah.
that blows my
Sure.
mind. Because there's a Georgia, there's a South Carolina, there's a Tennessee. Like, they all
Yeah.
have their own vibe.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
He nailed it.
Mhm.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to send us feedback, you can do so at thosewere-the-day-show@gmail.com, thosedayshow.bsky, etc., and our new Instagram, which is
Those were the days podcast.
that's it. Those were the days podcast. I was so close. So close.
That's a new one.
It's
and
new.
And to be fair to all of us, we only host once every 4 episodes. So
Yeah.
really,
Right.
Even then.
this is
yeah.
still effective. This is new. The
It's
whole
always
thing.
new. It's how we keep it fresh.
Exactly.
Right, yes.
Yeah. Somehow those were the days show was taken, so I couldn't like slide it into everything else we've done.
Incredible.
Yeah, well.
Wild.
I
don't
blame
know if
We
we
myself.
said
probably.
that
I was about
before.
to say
Yeah.
Travis probably owns it.
No, I definitely
Oh,
don't, but
surprising.
I should.
I wonder if I own it. That's a good question.
It's too late now.
It's been done.
So we have one more sports episode to go.
Mhm.
We do.
I assume we're just choosing a topic for the next one. 'cause
I was
we
going
did
to say,
not
we got to do a
prepare
poll or
survey.
something.
Probably.
On account of we forgot how this works.
Yeah.
We'll
Mhm.
just pick something. It'll be great. You'll
Yeah,
love
you'll
it.
will
love
be.
it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
But we have one
relax.
more week of sports. Travis,
Yes.
sir,
hmm
your sports episode.
My sports episode. So you mentioned earlier we've already done a baseball episode. Well, guess what? We're doing another baseball
See,
episode.
but I didn't do it, so we're not doing 3 baseball episodes.
This is true. But we are doing not only a baseball episode, but we are doing a baseball episode featuring baseball players,
Ooh.
or at least their voices, because we
Ooh.
will be talking about season 3, episode 17 of The Simpsons, titled Homer at the Bat.
Oh, my word.
I do believe that the other one is that the Munsters other one. I do believe that is like, oh no, is it Herman MVP? It might be Herman at the bat though.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow. That would be an interesting
That would be cool.
callback. Yeah.
Isn't
It's
Um,
wild we're doing The Simpsons. The Simpsons is still on the air.
I know.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know, and this episode originally aired in 1992.
Wow. Probably the
So-
season I
Dang.
found out I wasn't allowed to watch this show.
Probably.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
what
we
we'll be
were
talking
not.
about next
I was
episode.
not allowed to.
I was allowed to watch it until my mom heard Krusty the Clown say bastard. and then I wasn't allowed to watch it anymore.
Oh no! See, my parents had my parents, my mother especially, had a deep feud with the very problematic Fox network
Of
Oh, I
course,
believe it.
yeah.
in the
yeah.
90s.
Edgy.
I just like gold star.
She was ahead of
I
her
just
time.
wanna. She was so ahead of her time,
Yeah.
and it's made the last few years a lot easier on me. So I'm excited. So the Simpsons, let's go back.
Oh.
Fantastic. So does anyone have any more business? Y'all got any business? We haven't been here in a while. I figure somebody might have some business.
I mean, Steven and I have a new season of our movie podcast, 24 FPS Presents,
Mhm.
beginning soon.
Yeah. It's gonna be
We are in
great.
the midst of recording it, and we will be releasing episodes of that. Do we tell them the theme? We can tell them the theme.
Yeah, well, you tell them the theme.
Yeah. Season 3, everybody was kung fu fighting. We've
Outstanding.
been watching kung fu films and martial arts films.
movies. Rate your
Oh.
favorite
Nice.
martial artist on the Bruce Lee scale.
Yes.
Outstanding.
It's great. More to come on that front.
Nice.
Give it a listen. Should be coming soon.
Aquilo season 9 coming soon. Asterisk. But it has to because we have things to do.
Heck yeah.
We have other things to do. Pre-order
Uh-huh.
our book, A Dash of Demon. Yeah, that's
It's going to be
everything I
great.
got.
And
Audio
then,
editing,
yeah, if you want to check out the studio window,
which
we've
we should.
That's such a good
Which-
show.
we've been doing with me and my pal Jay. We've been talking about art with people, and it's been a lot of fun.
My
It's
episode
fantastic.
could have been 8 hours.
It was
Everybody's
so good.
episode could be like that. We talked to Phil Rude last week, and it was
Aw.
a solid 3 hours that
I love him.
could have
I
been
love
much
Phil.
more. The week before that, we talked to September McCready, and it was like,
I love her.
she was
too.
like, I wasn't sure I could talk about art. And then we went for 3 hours talking about art stuff. And every time we're like, okay, we're going to have you back because we only got through like 1 or 2 of the questions that we had of like 5 or 6. So,
Mhm.
and let's see, we've got some good ones coming up, including little Steven.
I got
Aw.
him.
Steven's got to
Invited.
join us
Woohoo.
finally. We were
That'll be
trying to
fun.
spread out the whole Those Were the Days
Sure.
cast.
Just bunch us all together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That show's phenomenal because they're usually when there's shows like that interview people, I look for names I know and I listen to those. I've listened to names that I don't recognize or I'm not super familiar with and have adored every episode. It's
Mhm.
phenomenal. You
I
guys
have
are
one
the
more.
best.
I have one more. It just came out
Okay.
today. JF and I were on a show called Retro Redoctopus.
What?
I know. They normally talk about like retro stuff. We're probably gonna be on for other things again. But they have an interview portion called The Brig. And we did that. So that just came out today.
Love it.
And you can
That's
hear us
awesome.
talk about all of the Aquilo history and all that.
What was the title again?
Retro Redoctopus.
Okay,
So, like,
yeah, that's a
ridiculous.
combination of sounds I've
It's
never heard.
ridiculous and octopus. A
Hip hop
ridiculous
anonymous.
octopus.
Yeah.
A redoctopus.
The rhyme monstrous and the hip hop
Yeah, the hip hopopotamus. Yeah, he's right in
Hippopotamus.
there.
You give him the easy one. Sorry.
So until next week and The Simpsons, for Travis, for Audie, and for Steven, I am Amy. Thank you for joining us for Those Were the Days. Slam in the back of my Dragula.